Hello everyone and welcome to Sunburned Albino Plays Ace Attorney Investigations episode 12. I had to think about that for a second. It's been a while, but we're back. I was busy doing some other stuff, and now we're not doing other stuff. Now I'm doing this stuff, trying to pad out, maybe get some backlog going on this game, and then I don't have to worry about it too much. So we're gonna find out what Old Bag witnessed. I came to this stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you. So she didn't say shit about the gunshot last time. So, does this mean that Miss Oldbag's testimony has a contradiction in it? Yes, and I believe our best course of action is to compare it with your recreation. See? I just knew Little Thief would be of help. Now, let's see if we can pull more info from Miss Oldbag to put into the recreation. For that, we must first find the contradiction in her testimony. Alright. Let's see what the issue is here. It's been a little while, so you came to save and take a short break. Okay. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw two men facing each other in that area. How do you know it was a man if they was wearing the costume? I want to press that. You saw two men? Can you describe them for me? They look like your average Joes, completely uninteresting and not worth fawning over. I'm telling you, they were so boring that I don't even remember much beyond that. But did they have any special features? Anything you recall would be very helpful. Oh my, don't tell me you're jealous of those two men! Hey, she's right. You do seem pretty worked up over them, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not worked up over anyone, and I'm not jealous. It's all right, Edgy Poo. Those two were just foals compared to a stallion like you. I thought so little of them that I lost interest the instant I laid eyes on them. Why do I feel like you've said that already? Suddenly there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. What is our evidence? Blue Badgermobile victim's costume. We don't have any evidence that's related to what we just saw, except this victim's costume here. Person who was shot fell to the ground. I want to look at you. He was likely wearing one due to footprints, shape, and the lack of blood. Okay. What else? Blue Badgermobile, yeah, okay. Person who was shot fell to the ground. Just press that also. You're claiming to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place? Absolutely! That gun made a terrible racket when it was fired. You didn't try to go help the person that got shot? I'm only one person, you smart alecky brat! What could I have done? But I took off as soon as I could to find someone who could help. It's a very terrifying experience, let me tell you. Well, don't you have anything to say to me? No, not especially. You're so cold, Edgy Poo. But that is exactly what I like about you. You sure are one tough cookie. One part unshakable and one part scary. Watch that smart mouth of yours, Missy. What do you know about my fragile heart? Knowing what we know now, thanks to your recreation, the contradiction stands out like a giant sore thumb. Precisely. It's all becoming clear to me. Let's clear up this issue with some well-presented evidence and get this over with. Okay. Glance over and stuff. So this must be what I present with the costume. Because it's like, well, how do you know it was two dudes if one of them was in a costume? Well, what do you know about that? Two men? How did you know the gender of the two people involved, seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time? Ah! Furthermore, I have another matter I'd like to inquire about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony. I'm beginning to doubt if you really witnessed the murder at all. But I'm telling you, I really did see it. I saw it with my very own eyes. From a seat in the second tier. The second tier? Hey, didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier? That was, you know, I was using the phrase in the metaphorical sense. I see our witness still has a screw loose in the metaphorical sense. The cushy seats in the second tier are reserved for hotshot VIPs, which is exactly why I go there now and again to take a nap. I can't see how you could have gotten a good look from there. It's so high up. Were you able to see even the victim's costume from way up there? Well, I know I saw two people, but I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in the stage's shadow. My eyesight isn't what it used to be, you know. Not like when I was young. People called me who could spot a good man from 100. Of course, they also noticed me in the flash and tried to make the movies. It was a careful girl with the... Let's return to our investigation, shall we, Kay? You got it. Alright, shot in the shadow of the stage. So, like here? Looks like they broke the stage down. I guess this means they're done for the day, or maybe it's because it's a different show schedule, whatever. This new silhouette of the victim is in a costume. Silhouettes can change depending on the information I input, but Little Thief can recreate more than just people. So investigate away! We may even find more info which should make it more accurate. Alright, sounds like a plan, great. Alright, sounds like a great-ass plan. There's nothing else to investigate. I already examined you. Oh, we examine you now. It's the silhouette of the killer with his gun at the ready. K, is it not possible to recreate the face of the killer? Well, can't exactly input what we don't know. Oh, okay. What do you want? Yeah, they broke the stage down. They sure did. Like, these footprints are glowing, but I cannot examine them. Because we've already done that, I believe. Hello. This is amazing! Just feel the power of science! Oh, you have footprint analysis, hey. Thanks to you, I'm able to proceed with my investigation once again. Thank you. It was nothing. I'm just glad that science and I could be of service. Pretty amazing how we could see the footprints. So what's the secret behind that thing? Oh, you want to know? Here, you can read the manual. Very interesting. So if I do this, I can avoid leaving footprints. She can't seriously be trying to use the information to her advantage as a thief. Wait. Okay, well that was not useful at all. Hello? What is this, some sort of new attraction? Oh yeah, I would just love to ask Wendy Oldbag about Wendy Oldbag. Excuse me, I need something else to examine, please. We got a new piece of logic, I guess I should start there. Stage was packed up in the shadow of the stage. Connect! Cool. If that woman's testimony is to be believed, the murder occurred before the stage was broken down. Do you want me to input that bit of info into Little Thief? Yes, if you please. Okay. 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 How do you even know what the stage looked like? Oh, so the dude was standing in the stage. That's pretty cool. There is clearly a contradiction here. Please stop stealing my lines. Oh, come on, it wasn't that hard to see it coming, even for a layman like me. I suppose. In any case, it's not possible for the killer to have stood here in that way, because there was a very real stage set up in this spot at that time. Yeah, I told you, I got it. Do you feel the need to explain everything? Yes, well, in any case, we still need to resolve this unusual situation. Isn't it obvious? The killer was on top of the stage, naturally. Right, Miss Oldbag? Yes, I remember now. The killer was standing on top of the stage. See, now let me update the info in the simulation, except that's not true at all. I think it was reversed. I think the killer was at the bottom of the stage and the victim was at the top of the stage. because they specifically said how the bullet traveled up. You know? Traveled up. Like this. What was Lang's voice again? Well, well, what have we here? A bunch of hooligans running amok, I see. Agent Lang, how nice of you to join us. Well, I can't have you going around messing up my crime scenes. Agent Lang, we've discovered that the real scene of the murder is here, the stadium. I see. Thanks. For what? I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the time you saved me. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that? Little Thief is not a toy. You two. Sir! Oh, they just reset the stage back up. Holy shit, that must have taken like 10 years. And there you have it. You see? Big boys like me don't need silly toys, little girl. Now this is a recreation. So what? Do you still intend to assert that Officer Meekins is the killer? Of course. Even knowing that the crime took place here doesn't let him off the hook. This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage. Yeah, because you know how you lay in wait on top of stages? And when the victim finally showed, he shot him from on high. That's the truth your little recreation showed. How far will you go to accuse Officer Meekins of the crime? He's the most likely suspect we've got, especially given the situation with his gun. Well, even if he is the killer, at least my recreation was on the mark. You see? Thank you for understanding, my little crow girl. I'm not some common crow, I'm the Yatagaras, the Raven of Legend! Unfortunately, your conclusion has yet to be tested, so let's see how well it holds up. Agent Lang's logic bout to get trounced! Trounced! Victim on top of the stage. When the victim finally showed, he shot him from on high. No, he didn't! I'll prove it! Mr. Deacon's murder notes, I believe. Because it wouldn't be anything else. Mr. Deacon's murder notes. Hell yeah. I'm terribly sorry, Agent Lang. I should have warned you that our recreation is incomplete. You cut in quite unexpectedly, after all. What's that supposed to mean? You said that the victim was shot by the killer from up above, correct? I hate to break it to you, but that's not possible. Huh? Why not? Recall Mr. Deacon's body, specifically where the gunshot wounds were located. Actually, I didn't get that good of a look. What the hell kind of face is that? Oh, well then. The bullet entered Mr. Deacon in his abdominal region and exited his right shoulder. This is more consistent with an angled shot from beneath the victim. Then, yes, our recreation had the victim being shot at an angle from above. A clear contradiction! You're discounting your own conclusions? No, this one point is the only flaw. This was the mistaken parameter in our recreation. The killer's and victim's locations. Yes, the locations of the killer and the victim were wrong. Ah, I get it. I see what you're trying to say. I believe the killer and the victim were standing opposite to what we initially thought. It was the victim who was on top of the stage as he was being shot by the killer. If this is what happened, it'd also explain the positioning of the gunshot wounds. But then, what about the footprints? Since footprints don't lie, we can assume then that the killer also wore a costume. Okay, I'll try using that data instead. How many times am I gonna watch that dude get killed? Judging by the fact that both the killer and the victim were wearing costumes, I'd say it was a killing between the two kidnappers. That would be the most natural conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Agent Lang? Well done, Mr. Prosecutor. But that alone doesn't clear Officer Meekins of the crime. Another bit of proof. I ask that you take another good look at the tire marks over there. The 3 marks are indicative of the Blue Badger mobile. That story Officer Meekins told about that shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the Blue Badger mobile here and committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild Wild West area. You believe he moved the body with the car? That's right. It was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us to the way he did it. The 3 tired tread marks are very telling, however. Is the Blue Badger mobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? Why, no it isn't! But I'm gonna have to remind myself why that is the case. Take another good look at the tire marks over there, excuse me. Let's see what we got going on here. Blue Badger mobile. Mobile shop was parked inside the Wild Wild West area garage, right? Mobile shop on 3 wheels. Mobile shop on 3 wheels. Deacon's murder notes. Stolen costumes. Blue Badger Bible. Bad Badger's head. Badger photo rally. Gatewater land pamphlet prosecutors thing. This is the only car-related piece of evidence, so I'm assuming I have to present it at some point. Alright, the 3 marks are indicative of the Blue Badger mobile. But they're not. That story Officer Meekins told about the shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the Blue Badger mobile here and committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage. Let's press all these statements. 3 tire marks. I have to agree that the Blue Badger mobile has 3 tires. Of course! The only thing in this park that could make those marks is that roving shop. Are you forgetting that there are in fact 3 of them? You can't simply ignore the pink and the Proto-Badger mobiles, Agent Lang. Of course! I didn't say it couldn't be either of the other 2, but I see no reason to drag them into this just to complicate things. The story Officer Meekins told about that shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. Of course, you have some sort of proof that it was all a lie, correct? Of course not. Well, that was blunt. But suppose it is a lie. It would explain a lot of things, like his movements and his whereabouts. He drove the Blue Badger mobile here, committed the murder. So you still claim that the tire marks belong to the Blue Badger mobile? It must have arrived on the scene after the ground had become wet with rain. Officer Meekins committed the murder. Then this has to be the wrong thing, because we present it with the fact that there were no tire tracks or whatever. Yeah! Sorry, Agent Lang, but that's an impossible tale. And why is that? Those tire marks could not have been left by Officer Meekins' Blue Badger mobile. One look at the car would have told you so. What proves that the Blue Badger mobile had never been to this stadium? The tires. Bam. Take a good look at the tires. There's not a single dollop of mud to be found on it. Yeah! If this car had come to the backstage area and left those tire tracks, then the lack of mud on these tires stands out as very peculiar indeed. Then how do you explain the tire tracks, genius? How do you explain that? Hey, I've got it! What about Miss Oldbag's pink Badger mobile? Don't be ridiculous. I was sleeping the entire time in the second-tier seats. Indeed, I believe we can rule her out as someone related to the crime. However, there is yet one more roving store, as I recall. Oh, you mean the Proto-Badger? That's right. There was one more parking space inside that garage, and it proves the existence of a Proto-Badger mobile. Agent Lang, I suggest you find this Proto-Badger mobile post-haste. There must still be some sort of incriminating evidence in it. Hey, did you hear something? Help me. Oh! Are you alright? Well, this is something. Looks like we've found our kidnapping victim. Where were you all this time? Wild West, with kidnappers. He was in the room next to the one I was held in. Ran away using underground and got lost. Dude, he kidnapped himself. This is such bullshit. He straight up kidnapped himself. The kidnappers. What is it? I can't understand what you're trying to say. The kidnappers escaped wearing costumes. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? No, I didn't see their faces, but two. One was a woman. A woman? Quite an important piece of testimony. Hey, what are you guys doing? Stop standing there and get your cops on this already. I'll even let you guys have what the kid said just now. Consider it a gift. Now, are you going to get out of my crime scene, or am I going to have to get rough? Again? You're nothing but a big bully. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go. Oh, no, not you. You're a very important witness for my case. I'm not about to let you get away that easily. Don't count on me to testify, because I won't. Not for you. That's right, I won't either. You hear me, you young whippersnapper? Hey, calm down. There's no need for all this hostility. I just want to take a statement from each of you. Not going to rough either of you up, I give you my word. Come now, fair maidens, what do you say? Will you cooperate? Fair maidens? My, you little rascal, you sure know the way into a woman's heart. Lang Zi says, the passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and a lady is young forever. Trying to outdo my edgy poo with your fancy schmancy sayings. Let's get this over with. So we're clear, I'm only interested in giving you my statement. Sure, just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be. Mr. Edgeworth! Alright, see ya. Ooh, to be continued. They say like they were all about to die or something. Mr. Edgeworth, no! Don't leave me alone with him! Dude, he kidnapped himself. It's not even up for debate, really. To be quite honest with you. Oh yeah, he just escaped somehow. Like, I ran. I ran. The kidnappers, they're wearing costumes. They got away. Yeah, shut up. Shut up, dude. You kidnapped yourself. You want more money or something. Or you wanted to, like, I don't even know. I don't know what your motivations are. I just know you're full of crap. For sure. Looks like we got the boot again. With Lance safe, the focus of the investigation will shift solely onto the murder. You mean the infighting between the kidnappers? Yes, and also the identity of the remaining kidnapper. Miles, my boy! Oh, it's you again. Tell me it's true! Tell me that you've really found my boy! Yes, Mr. Amano, we found him earlier in the stadium. Then, my little Lance is unhurt? Ooh, the kidnapper was the woman, you the kidnapper. Ooh, they trying to blame you for being the kidnapper. Ooh, damn. Ooh, damn. I forgot. Then my little Lance is unhurt? He's not exactly the picture of perfect health, but his life is not in danger. He's being questioned right now by Agent Lang. Poor Lance! It must have been so horrible for him, locked up like a... Oh, okay. Hello. You guys, you doing alright? Talk to you about Lance Amano. He loves me not. He loves me not. Oh, that's the 12th one. No, you can't give up, Lauren. Just one more try. Excuse me, but I can't help but feel a bit sorry for all the flowers you've gone through. I suppose, if they were me, then... Blush. Why is your name Pops? I believe you said that you are Lance's girlfriend when we first met, correct? Yes, I am, but... Oh, it's not like we both think of each other as lovers. But he did give me this ring, so I guess we're not just friends either? I mean, because this isn't just any ordinary ring. It tastes so sweet when you lick it. It's so wonderful. You mean to tell me that he gave you a lollipop ring? So which is it? Have you guys not decided if you're going out, or is it just one-sided? Decided? Shouldn't the parties involved naturally just know? My father used to work for Mr. Amano, and so Lance and I grew up together. I said it out loud. I don't see how that's anything to be embarrassed about. So your father was an employee of the Amano Group. What did he do? I heard his job was to fly around the world on Pegasus. Pegasus? Oh, Pegasus was the name of the airplane. The airplane belonged to the company. You had me there for a second. But now, it's all changed. My father, he isn't around anymore. Oh, I see. About 10 years ago, he rode in Pegasus off to somewhere and never returned. Riding Pegasus to whereabouts unknown. Sounds like the stuff legends are made of. It's been so long, I don't think I'd recognize him if we were to ever meet again. I'm so sorry, Lauren. But I won't give in to the sadness. I have to live. Yes, Lauren, live! About this incident. Incident? But isn't the kidnapping already over and dealt with? I've been here the whole time, so I'm afraid I don't know much about any other incident. How did you come to know that Lance had been kidnapped? Oh, that's because of my women's intuition. You based everything on that? I know everything when it comes to my Lance. It's really strange. It really must be destiny. Blush. She started fantasizing again. Alright. Well, I don't have anything to present to you right now, as far as I'm aware. And you guys are still crying.
Miles, my boy, I can't thank you enough.
It was nothing.
I'm still in shock over what happened to Oliver, but I have to say I'm relieved that Lance is all right. Oh, that's right. I mustn't forget to pass this on to Lance as soon as the police are finished with him.
A letter?
The way Lance is being chased after by women reminds me of someone I know. I almost can't believe he received yet another love letter, you know. Here, take a look for yourself.
Isn't this a breach of confidentiality? It's a very simple love letter. Oh, hey, let me see. That's really weird. It's from a loan company, Tender Lender. Oh, no, please. No, thank you. Please don't be Olivia. Looks more like a collection bill to me. So what are you going to do now, Mr. Edgeworth? We already established that there's a good chance that the killer is the other kidnapper. It's my duty to figure out who this other person is. I believe there is one location that might hold a clue or two. Kidnapper's hideout. Isolation room. Crime scene. Yeah, let's go there. The obvious location is the kidnapper's hideout. But we're still not allowed in, remember? Agent Lang and his men should be done with this area. In that case, there is no harm in asking that officer over there to let us in. Okay, let's do it right now. Which one? Blue guy? Blue guy or black guy? Well, white guy, but like black guy. Black suit, like Black Panther. But black guy in a black suit is Black Panther. But like more like Batman, white guy, black suit. You know what I'm saying? What do you have to report?
Sir, nothing unusual or out of the ordinary, sir.
Where have I heard such redundancy before? Is it possible for you to let us take a look around inside?
Sir, Roger, sir.
That was surprisingly hassle-free. Are you certain? Didn't Agent Lang order you not to allow me in?
Sir, that's true, sir, but Detective Gumshoe asked me personally to let you in, sir. And I couldn't refuse a request from him.
Wow, looks like Detective Gumshoe has a following.
Furthermore, I was asked to give this document to you, sir.
What is this? The man in the picture. Isn't this Mr. Oliver Deacon? Oh. But the name here says Colin Deveray. That's the same
name as the one on the back of the pendant.
It appears that Colin Deveray was his real name. What's this? He was convicted in a case 10 years ago and sent to prison.
What? Then what was he doing here?
Oh, so he was Lauren's father. Oh, okay. And then he was here so that he could be close to Lauren, who did not know if she would recognize her own father, because, you know, he looks so different at age 50 as opposed to age 40. Really, you really transform in that decade. It's really transformative years for you. Apparently, he broke out of jail and then just vanished. He must have become Oliver Deacon to cover up the fact that he was an escaped felon. Now I'm not sure what's going on anymore. Is there some sort of link between the victim's past and this current case? These police documents are rather detailed. I should take the time to give them a thorough read eventually. It's fine. Let's focus on one thing at a time, starting with the kidnapper's hideout.
Yeah, I agree. We should investigate first, think later.
More than thinking things through, I think you should try remembering things first. Now then, if you could please unlock the door, officer.
It was locked up until a little while ago, but since then, the door's been wide open, sir.
I'm not sure I follow what it is you're saying. Care to explain in a bit more detail?
Sir, the door was locked down tight when they went to check out the room, so they got about 10 officers to help out and break the door down, sir.
I see. I guess that means I get Agent Lang's leftovers. Well, let's see what we find. March 13th, 2:55 p.m., kidnappers hideout. So this is where the kidnappers planned their foul deed.
While you were tied up for a while in the room next door.
Kay, please, must you bring that up again? Now then, down to business. There might still be some clues left in this room. Let's try to find out what we can of the other kidnapper's identity. Investigation begin. Well, this must be where they dispose of old and worn-out costumes.
That's so sad.
It would seem that they throw the costumes away in pieces. Oh. That must be the other part of the Bad Badger costume. I feel like we can safely say that the killer was wearing the Bad Badger costume. I won't rest until I've spent the numbers as much as I can get ready.
This coffee is suspicious. I must drink it.
Cheap styrofoam cups. Looks like only 3 cups were used. 3 cups for 3 kidnappers. A poster of Gatewaterland is stuck on this wall. Intrigue, fun, prestige, Gatewaterland has it all, and it's waiting for you. It's not especially catchy, is it? Folding chairs, and by the looks of it, they were probably used by the kidnappers. There are 3 chairs set around the table. Wow, I wonder if the 3 cups are connected to the 3 chairs. Could it be? I don't know. I mean, there's nothing else to examine here. These are all the chairs are the same chair. All the chairs are the same chair. Yeah. Okay, we're done. There was not much to be found there. I'm about to logic myself a new asshole. 3 cups and some folding chairs. The common denominator between the cups and folding chairs is the number 3. Speaking of which, the number of missing costumes is also 3. Wait, but I thought there were only 2 kidnappers. Indeed, something isn't adding up, literally. I thought there were 3 kidnappers. I thought Oliver Deacon was a kidnapper, and then, oh. Okay, so yeah, Lance is one of the kidnappers. So that's cool. I mean, we already, yeah. Is it possible there is a 3rd kidnapper that Lance didn't see? Yes, himself! Sign advertising the photo rally is something I have absolutely no interest in. Yeah, but I do, and I'm gonna get my hands on the rest of the Badger family. You'll see. She definitely brings a decidedly different atmosphere to a criminal investigation. Watch out, Mr. Edgeworth! It's a broken mirror. It probably came from the haunted house. Why is this here? Are they planning to repair it? Unused folding chairs lean against the wall in their folded state. Wow, whoever lined these up did it perfectly. They're not even a single hair off. I'd feel bad using these because it'd be like stealing the perfection away. I suspect it's more like you wouldn't want to be the one to put them away. Ooh, they have barrels like these just outside. Yes, and? Well, I know I already asked you when we were out there, but if these were real, what would you put in them? There's an expectant gleam in her eyes that I'm about to dash. What is this? What have we here? Looks like a sword. A broken sword. Strange. Why would it be broken like that? Swords don't usually break on their own. That's true. Alright then, let's think about it in this way. Maybe it broke when someone was trying to use it for or on something. Hypotheticals aren't going to get us anywhere. Perhaps we should think more on this later. Maybe they tried to use it to open the door from the inside? Beyond this door is where the kidnappers held you after getting the jump on you. Must you keep reminding me? But it's the room where I got to see your awesome mule face. You didn't need to remind me of that mortifying moment either. Alright. And we've got a ladder. Hey, there's a trapdoor in this room too. It's not a trapdoor, it's an entrance to an underground passage, Kay. I know that. The door leading to the outside world was locked, so Lance must have escaped his prison through here. He sought a way to escape his prison. He sought a way to cross over into other worlds, and he opened his heart to darkness. This door is thoroughly broken thanks to the police who forced it open. I will rest it to live and spread to the business, but looking like a credit. Looks like a sword. A broken sword. Strange. Why would it be broken like that? It's almost like we've examined this already! It's almost like we've examined this already! Oh my god, have we examined this already? Maybe it broke when someone was trying to use it for on something. Hypotheticals are going to get us anywhere! Perhaps we should think about this later! Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, great. And there's no deduce thing. Alright, I'm not gonna examine barrels that we already examined. I'm gonna examine this. That doorknob handle thingy's looking pretty beat up. I suppose that's what happens when 10 officers break their way in with brute force. Hey, that's odd. The lock on this is completely fine. Look, not a single dent. But how is that possible after what that officer told us? Yeah, if the lock had been in use when the door was busted down, then the lock itself should be completely racked. So the lock on the door leading to the outside is undamaged. How can that be? Simple. The door wasn't locked, because Lance was meant to escape because he was in on it. In on it! Alright, but look, hey, just because we're just going through the motions and we already pretty much know everything about this case, doesn't mean it's not fun. You know what I mean? Door leading outside, broken prop sword. I mean, let's try the 2 of these. Yes! It's a bit strange that the police had to force their way into an unlocked room. One look at the pristine door lock and anyone can see that it was not in use at the time. But the policeman outside said that it took 10 men to get it open. A door that was locked tight despite it being not locked at all. It can only be because of this. Oh, you mean... Yes, it was used to jam the door. Here, take a look at the door handle. Do you see how the handle is completely destroyed? So that's how the sword broke. Oh! Oh! Okay. I thought that we might uncover the true identity of the kidnappers, but instead we've only uncovered more questions that need to be answered. Oh! I'm fine. I wasn't scared. Wasn't creepy at all. What is it? Well, well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I correct? What are you doing suddenly popping out of the secret entrance like that? This is an underground passage used by staff members, sir. We Badgers also make use of it in our duties. Look, why don't you get out of there first and then we'll talk, okay? Ah, I beg your pardon, miss. Proto-Badger, get! Alright, only one more to go! What are you getting all excited about? Did you forget? The photo rally, duh! See, look, now all I have to do is get a picture of the Bad Badger and I'm done! Ah, yes, I vaguely recall a contest or something of that sort. What? It's gone! But where did it go? What happened? What's wrong? A Bad Badger costume is missing, sir! Oh, is that all? Well, it's missing because the kidnappers stole it. I heard about how they were stolen, but they said that only 3 of the costumes had been taken. What? Is he saying that more than 3 of them are gone? Mr. Proto-Badger, please tell me a little more about these costumes you use. Alright, fine, I'll do this real quick. I'll do it real quick because it just got interesting. What did you mean by a Bad Badger costume is missing? Why, just what I said, sir. We are 1 Bad Badger short. Counting the spares, we have 2 of each costume on hand at all time. All time? Okay, so because one of them is walking around in the park, the other should be in that room. Actually, both of them should be in that room. Huh? What do you mean? Normally, we don't use the Bad Badger costumes. In fact, we only use them during a certain event at a set time each day. It's the stage show where the Bad Badger wreaks havoc around the park, and the other Badgers must work together to apprehend him, sir. I'm speechless that such a show exists. Well, sir, I was just trying to explain to you the only time we use that costume. Then doesn't that make it near impossible to take a picture of the Bad Badger? Personally, I can't believe that it's this close to showtime and there's no costume. Oh dear, what am I to do, sir? All this basically means is that the kidnappers stole 4 costumes in total. Then are you saying that there are 4 kidnappers? No, I don't think that's very likely. Oh? Recall the costumes for a minute. The stolen ones, you mean? What proves that a 4th kidnapper does not exist? This. If you had 4 people and you had wanted to steal a 4th costume, wouldn't you naturally go for the full set and steal a pink badger costume instead? Yeah, that makes sense. And yet the kidnappers decided to steal another Bad Badger. I believe the culprits needed 2 Bad Badger costumes, but the question is why. Hello. I was wondering if you don't mind, Mr. Proto-Badger, how did you know my name? You're pretty famous, sir. I would think that most people would know who you are. Famous? Me? Absolutely, sir. You're always very active in the community, I hear. Wow, I didn't know you were such a celebrity, Mr. Edgeworth. I feel like I've met this person before. Maybe it's just my imagination? You're somebody. You're somebody. You're somebody we've met before. Absolutely. Who talks like that? Unaccounted for Bad Badger costume pieces. Connect! The second Bad Badger costume. I believe it may be closer at hand than we think. What do you mean? That costume in the trash. Wouldn't you say that it's wearing some very telltale pants? Hey, you're right! Let's get it out of there and take a look! As I suspected, it's a Bad Badger costume. Well, minus the head. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny! Ooh, you gotta cram yourself right up that asshole! Right up that ass! I'ma deduce that. And I'ma deduce this head. Bam. What? No, I wasn't trying to contradict anything. I was trying to say that it's... Definitely something off about this costume. If only I could envision the truth in my head, I'd be one step closer to it. Oh. I wonder why this Bad Badger costume's right hand is torn up like that. Maybe it's a flesh wound from a fight with the Blue Badger. I always knew the Blue Badger was one ferocious beast. I somehow doubt that even real badgers are as bloodthirsty as that, Kay. Look! Its hand is hurt! It looks more like something was ripped off of it. Dude, I literally can't tell. Is this its back? Because this looks like its ass. So how is this its ass, and this is its chest, and its feet are like upside down? Dude, like this is all contorted. I don't know which hand is the right hand. Like I don't know which hand is the right hand. Like I don't know which hand is the right hand, you know what I mean? Like I don't know which hand is the right hand. Alright, I'm gonna look at my organizer. Alright, something to do with hands. Something to do with hands. Said it was right-handed, but why would he have... Why would that matter? Like, it's the right hand, it was the right-handed. Colin Deveray dossier. There's nothing else to examine here. Three folding chairs. Can't say they were arranged nearly as nicely as their siblings to the right. You think so? I think they're just fine, like a bunch of used chairs ought to be. I'm beginning to think you must keep a most chaotic room. Hey, don't slander and sigh at me all in one shot. What am I supposed to deduce? I don't know what to deduce. If it was like that, but this contradicts the facts. Colin Deveray dossier. Right-handed. Oh my god, why? What is the problem? What is the problem right now? I'm gonna go to my organizer again. Look at that Bad Badger's head. Costume separated into head and body. This was left in the isolation room. Indeed. Indeed it was. What's wrong with this picture? Shot from ABD through the shoulder. Oh, if he was wearing this, the murder notes, perhaps. I deduce through your body that this contradicts the fact of your murder. No! What's the problem? I don't understand for even a second. What other possible explanation could there be? Badger photo rally. Look at the photo. Check. See? Yes, well, it's the photo rally. You cannot see the entire costume, though. Cannot see if he has a freaking belt on. The Gatewater pamphlet you show? You show? No, you only show the areas that the thing takes place in. The photo rally. The Bible, that's what I'm looking for. Why, yes, the Bad Badger does have that specific belt. So that is the Bad Badger costume. So we know this. Violent criminal with a gun. With a gun. Perhaps I use the Blue Badger Bible, and I will examine this, or I will deduce that, well, that's not supposed to have a hole in it. The Bible present.
Yeah!
I believe what we have here is an inconsistency. Between what? Look carefully. Our costume is not holding something in its right hand that it should be. Oh, so the gun's like connected to the hand? Oh, the gun! Precisely. The Bad Badger was designed to always hold a gun in his right hand. However... You there, did you remove the gun from this Bad Badger's right hand? No, I did not, sir. The gun is supposed to be securely attached to the costume. As I thought, the rip itself confirms my hypothesis that the gun was forcibly removed. Mr. Proto-Badger, the gun is of course not a functioning weapon, correct? Absolutely not, sir. It's just a model gun. However, it can fire blanks. We need to use them for the stage show. It seems that our kidnappers also had a need for the model gun, my dear costumed friend. Indeed, so they could replace it with a real gun. I think we're about done with this room. So what's next? Well, we found a few answers, but there are still a few things left that we have to ask a certain person about. Let's go, Kay. Yeah! Alright, that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Sunburned Albino, and I will see you guys next time.